This is the video solution to yet another example problem using impulse. A 55-kilogram skateboarder starts from rest and reaches a speed of 2 meters per second. He uses his foot to push himself forward by pushing a foot along the ground with a force of 400 newtons. How much time did the push with his foot take? So let's see what I know. Let me kind of draw a picture to figure this out. If I'm looking at this, I can see the skateboarder starts from rest and then pushes by kicking his foot backwards. And when he pushes, that's going to exert a force forwards. So that's going to make it an impulse because he's applying the force over a period of time. And when he applies that impulse, he's going to change his speed to 3 meters per second. So this time I'm not really thinking about the impulse to start something as equal and opposite to the impulse to stop it. This time what I'm going to look at is redefining one event with my impulse relationships. So if I'm thinking about it, I'm just going to compare my two ways of writing impulse. So for my one event. Now I do this because I don't have a change in speed where I'm going from 0 to 3 and 3 to 0, something similar to some of the other examples. This time I just have the starting point of the whole motion. So if I look at this and I look at my givens, I've got the change in speed from 0 to 3 and I know the mass. So that lends itself really well to doing this idea of mass times change in velocity. And now I need to redefine impulse another way. So in the problem, it's giving me a force during this time, and it's telling me to define the time it takes to apply this force. So I'm going to redefine impulse as saying force times time. So I'm looking at one event two ways, mass times change in velocity and force times time, and I'm setting them equal to each other. Now I'll rearrange these to find the time all by itself. Then I'll put in my givens, and that gives me 55 kilograms on the numerator times 2 meters per second minus 0 divided by 400, and that's going to give me a time of 0.275 seconds. So the skateboarder is pushing with their foot on the ground for a period of almost 3/10 of a second.